Welcome back to CIA Declassified. We've soared through the tropical skies of Operation Hike, just like poor Al. But today we step into a laboratory where the very definition of presence was challenged. By the early 1990s, the battlefield was no longer just about what the human eye could see. Night vision, thermal mapping, and biosensors had made the shadows obsolete. To survive, the agency needed a way to mask the physical evidence of life itself. This was the birth of a program that aimed to turn soldiers into whispers in the wind. This was Project WILLOW-WISP. To achieve true invisibility, the agency had to hide the heat, the light, and the very electricity of the human body. Project WILLOW-WISP was a classified research and development initiative focused on multispectral signature reduction, specifically targeting the suppression of infrared and electromagnetic emissions from personnel. A quote from a Declassified 1991 technical evaluation. The primary challenge is the management of metabolic heat. A human being is a 100-watt furnace that cannot be simply turned off without fatal consequences to the asset. End quote. The agency developed the Signature Shield, a prototype material composed of metallized polymers and ceramic fibers designed to trap and dissipate thermal energy without creating a hot spot on the surface. A quote from one of the scientific logs that are here. We have successfully suppressed the mid-wave infrared signature of the test subjects to within 0.2 degrees of the ambient background temperature. To a FLIR sensor, the subject has effectively ceased to exist. End quote. The archives reveal the thermal ghost trials, where subjects wearing the blankets walked past high-end Soviet-made thermal scanners at a distance of 5 feet without being detected. The agency researched the heartbeat hider, a device that utilized active cancellation technology to emit an out-of-phase electromagnetic pulse, neutralizing the detectable electrical field produced by the human heart's sinoatrial node. Sinoatrial node. A quote from the Biosignature Suppression Final Report. The suppression of the electrical heart sign enables the operative to bypass seismic sensors and heartbeat detectors currently used in high security border installations. End quote. The declassified logs indicate that Project WILLOW-WISP utilized carbon nanotubes to create a surface that absorbed 99% of incoming radar waves, making a standing man appear as small as a sparrow to ground surveillance radar. Technological breakthroughs included the cooling vest, a liquid-chilled undergarment that moved body heat to a specialized heat sink hidden in the soles of the boots to be dumped into the ground. The archives confirm that the CIA experimented with adaptive optics, where a camera on the back of a suit projected the background onto a screen on the front, creating a primitive form of active visual camouflage. Internal documents describe acoustic dampening, a foam-like material applied to the suit that absorbed the sound of fabric rubbing and the noise of the wearer's breathing. The declassified WILLOW-WISP files reveal that the agency used decoy emitters, small devices dropped by the operative that mimicked a human thermal signature to lead searchers in the wrong direction. In 1994, the agency tested a Faraday cage mesh woven into standard fatigues to prevent the wearer's electronic equipment from being detected by directional radio frequency scanners. A quote from a Defense Intelligence Agency liaison. The WILLOW-WISP prototype represents the first time we have moved from hiding a soldier to erasing the soldier's physical footprint from the electronic spectrum. End quote. The logs indicate that the power management system for the suit was so efficient it could run for 48 hours on a single battery pack the size of a standard canteen. Declassified schematics show the Project WILLOW-WISP utilized a ferrofluid, F-E-R-R-O, coating that could change its texture and color density when exposed to low voltage electrical currents. According to the release, the agency developed an exhalation filter designed to cool and chemically scrub a soldier's breath, preventing the thermal plume that often gives away snipers in cold weather. A quote from a 1993 field test report: during the night infiltration exercise, the subject remained undetected by 3 independent K9 units, suggesting the scent shield successfully neutralized human pheromone trails. End quote. That's super cool. Technicians integrated piezoelectric, electric sensors into the suit's outer layer to detect incoming laser designator beams, providing the wearer with a silent haptic vibration warning. The files indicate the CIA successfully tested biotuning, which used audio frequencies to temporarily slow the subject's heart rate and respiration, further reducing their overall physical signature. While the physics of heat suppression is now public, the most significant redactions in the release appear in the subject cognitive impact reports and the long-term biological effects. In fact, the absolute heaviest redactions, where nearly 250 pages are blacked out, is regarding the human trials phase 4. This suggests that being invisible came with a heavy psychological price. Why hide the medical records of the ghost soldiers? Get ready for the theory of the soul screen. Speculation suggests Project WILLOW-WISP used phase shifters to move soldiers into a different dimension. The theory claims the redactions hide the trans-dimensional travel logs from 1992, alleging the agency found a way to vibrate the atoms of the soldiers so they could walk through walls. But the black bars hide the fact that those soldiers never truly returned to our reality. What if the test subjects never came back? A dark rumor suggests the blankets permanently erased the electrical field of the human heart. The theory claims the redactions in the purgatory files hide the fate of subjects who, after long-term use, lost the ability to be seen or felt by other humans, even when the suit was off, effectively becoming living ghosts. Whispers in the declassification community suggest the blacked out post-deployment monitoring pages hide the fact that the subjects' bodies became semi-transparent, and the redactions are protecting the terrifying photographs of men who are fading out of existence. Looking at the redacted psychological stability reports, some claim the suits caused mirror shock, where soldiers would kill themselves because they could no longer recognize their own faces in the glass, with the black bars masking the casualty numbers. The digital purgatory theory posits that the redactions in the data link annex hide the fact that the agency successfully uploaded a soldier's consciousness into the signature shield itself, and the black bars mask the neural upload transcripts. Some believe the metabolic override redactions hide a plan to use the cooling vest to induce a state of suspended animation, allowing soldiers to be stored like cargo for years, with the black ink hiding the cryogenic charts. Gossip suggests the redactions in the Veteran Affairs Liaison section prove that there are hundreds of WILLOW-WISP testers still living in secret agency shadow homes because they can no longer interact with normal matter. In the target acquisition section, there are massive redactions over the Grim Reaper trials. Theories suggest the agency used the suits to stage supernatural assassinations, and the black ink hides the religious terror studies. The massless man theory argues that the redactions in the physics briefing proved the CIA developed a gravity nullifier that made the soldiers weightless, with the black bars masking the flight endurance data. And lastly, some whisper that the redactions hide the fact that the emitters accidentally opened a portal that let something else into the facility, and the black bars mask the containment failure protocols for the entities that now wear the suits. Was Project Willow-Wisp a success? Tactically, it was a revolutionary success. The project provided the agency with a functional signature shield that rendered operatives invisible to the most advanced infrared and electromagnetic sensors of the era. Strategically, it was a double-edged sword. While the technology worked, the extreme cost and the biological strain on the operatives meant it would only be used for the most sensitive missions. Project Willow-Wisp proved that you can hide a man from the world, but you can't always hide the man from himself. As far as technological and operational breakthroughs go, the human ghost pushed the boundaries of what a human being can endure. For instance, multispectral suppression, the creation of the composite weave that hides heat, radar, and light simultaneously. Active biocancellation, the development of pulse modulators that can neutralize the magnetic field of human organs. Closed-loop cooling, breakthroughs in micro-refrigeration that allow for total thermal containment in a portable form, and non-visual tactical insertion, the perfection of ghost walking, high-stakes infiltration without a single electronic trace. Project Willow-Wisp shows us the agency will stop at nothing to own the shadows. As the files reveal, the scariest thing in the room is often the thing you can't even feel is there. Thanks for listening, and join us next time as we examine Project Phoenix. In the heat of the Vietnam War, the agency launched a program to dismantle the VC infrastructure. Project Phoenix was a massive effort of intelligence gathering and neutralization. That means assassination. We'll uncover the death counts, we'll look at the village sweeps, the blacklist manifest, and the declassified numbers that reveal the true cost of the agency's war in the shadows. Join us next time for the body count. In the meantime, I'll see you in the archives.